What's up, Taiwan? I'm Yvonne with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. One candidate in Taiwan's presidential elections next year is looking to disrupt the dominant two-party system in Taiwan's politics. And he's turned out to be a bit of a kingmaker, Louis Watt reports.
All eyes are on Ko Wen-je, the presidential candidate for a fairly young party, the Taiwan People's Party, because it's looking increasingly likely he could decide the way January's election goes. He's second in the polls behind President Tsai Ing-wen's deputy, Lai Ching-te. Kerr and other opposition candidates say Taiwanese want to change, but the problem for the opposition is they are split. So Kerr and the main opposition party, the KMT, are talking about forming an alliance in the hope of leapfrogging Lai into top spot. But they can't decide who should run for president and who for vice president. Ho wants to hold an open primary to decide, but Kerr's team wants to ask the public.
针对伙伴所提出的用这种民主式初选的方式，我们还是希望能够用全民调的方式来进行。
Kerr is accusing the KMT of pressuring his party to agree to their method.
还叫人家要一天之内回复，感觉上就好像大党在打压小党，你知道？更明白讲，这简直就像逼婚，你知道？
Speculation had been mounting that Kerr would announce joining up with the KMT, but it's back to waiting for the two parties to talk some more, see if they can agree to work together to give the opposition more of a shot at gaining power. Klein Wong and Louise Watt at Ko Wen-je's Campaign HQ for TaiwanPlus.
In response to Ke, KMT candidate Ho You-yi says that he's still open to collaborating with the TPP and that a joint ticket is what a majority of Taiwan's voters want. Prosecutors have detained 4 military officers on suspicion of stealing and selling defense equipment. That came after authorities discovered munitions in a gangster's warehouse. Leslie Liao has more.
The U.S.-made Stinger missiles is a portable air defense system capable of shooting down aircraft and incoming rockets. The missiles are seen as an important part of Taiwan's defense against an invasion by China because they're relatively cheap, mobile, and can take down hardware worth hundreds of times what a single missile costs. But it's not just the military that's interested in Stingers. In March, authorities raided the warehouse of a criminal gang and found a used Stinger missile pod, along with thousands of rounds of small arms ammunition. An investigation traced the equipment back to a Marine Corps brigade in Taoyuan in northern Taiwan. Authorities have identified 5 suspects in the case and called them in for questioning. 4 are military officers.
讯后就其中被告一人交保新台币10万元。 其余的被告市民的部分，那认为涉嫌贪污治罪条例那向桃园地方法院申请羁押。
The Marine Corps has confirmed that the discovered pod is part of a Stinger missile system. It says it will fully cooperate with the prosecutor's investigation and severely punish anyone found responsible. Devin Tsai and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwan Coast Guard ship has crashed into a pier in the northern port city of Keelung. Port authorities said the incident happened when a 500-ton ship was docking on Monday morning. No one was harmed, but the collision reportedly alarmed nearby pedestrians. Authorities think the crash was caused by a mechanical failure and are investigating. Repairs to the pier will cost over $7,000. 1 person is dead and 11 are injured after a traffic collision involving 16 vehicles in Taiwan's northeastern Yilan County. The collision took place in the Xingao Tunnel when a gravel truck lost control and crashed into the vehicles ahead. The Fire Bureau says the incident involved multiple cars, heavy-duty trucks, and 1 motorcycle. A 76-year-old man has been confirmed dead and 1 person remains in critical condition. Labor unions are rallying to push negotiations forward between migrant workers and one of Taiwan's tech giants. Tiffany Wang reports.
Labor unions gathered in front of Taiwan's labor ministry to demand protections from Taiwan tech giant Asus. The workers are concerned about an alleged plan to move abroad operations of an Asus subsidiary called ASCII. Workers say the company has not given them a clear decision on whether they should start looking for new jobs or will be able to stay within the company, and they are calling for guarantees on job protection or severance pay. If ASCII fails to respond, they will call a strike.
Most of the machines have been shipped to Vietnam already, so they don't have works already. But until now, the Asus group, they always said there's no plan to close the company. There's no plan to dismiss the workers. We think that's only an excuse.
Workers say a lack of business may be behind ASCII's plans to move. They no longer need to work overtime simply because there are not enough orders. The unions have gone through 2 rounds of negotiations with ASCII, but there has been no resolution to secure their jobs. And migrant workers say it's not just their own livelihoods at stake.
Of course, we are worried because most of us OFWs are breadwinners, and like me, I'm a single mom. So I'm working for my family in the Philippines. So if they close and we don't have a new job, so we don't know what will happen next.
Union leaders say that ASCII may have an ulterior motive for not clearly stating the company's plans. Asus is part of the Responsible Business Alliance, or RBA. That's a group of companies dedicated to corporate social responsibility in global supply chains. But ASCII is not a part of the alliance. Workers say as an Asus subsidiary, it should provide the same benefits as a parent company, including job protections.
The company encouraged them to find a job, to transfer. So we think that the company, the Asus Group, they did it intentionally to escape their responsibility for the severance pay.
Migrant workers in Taiwan are tied to their employer, and many live in company-owned dormitories. Even there, workers are still responsible for most of the costs.
We have a lot of expenses in our dormitory, like electricity bill, and our company said that they are RBA, but we don't get any RBA benefits, yes.
Migrant workers often feel they don't have guaranteed job security, and these costs only add to their frustrations, which organizers say are common difficulties for these workers in Taiwan.
There are over 700,000 migrant workers in Taiwan, mainly working in manufacturing and caregiving industries. But they face lower wages, longer working hours, and less protections than Taiwanese workers.
So far, the workers have yet to hear a clear response from Asus on whether or not they will be transferred to other factories in Taiwan or abroad. They say if they don't get a concrete response soon, they will take action. John Su, Justin Wu, and Tiffany Wong for TaiwanPlus.
A former executive at a Taiwanese tech company reportedly sold industry secrets to a Chinese firm in return for a salary 20 times what they were paid in Taiwan. The executive was the vice president of a listed Taiwanese LED company and was offered around $2.5 million a year to defect. It's the latest example of China seeking to develop its tech industry by offering massive paychecks to Taiwanese experts. Taiwan's economy ministry says it has raised penalties for sharing the country's tech secrets.
我们在去年的时候有修改这个台湾的国安法那针对台湾的关键技术如果窃取这样关键技术的营业秘密的时候会加重处罚。
Taiwan won its first gold medal at the 4th Asian Para Games in Hangzhou, China. Taiwan's Xiao Xiangwen beat Japan's Tanaka Mitsuya 27-11 in the men's under 58 kilograms Taekwondo event. This is the first year the sport has been included in the competition, making Xiao one of the first people to ever medal in Taekwondo at the Asian Para Games. The games will continue through to October 28th. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Be sure to tune into TaiwanPlus for more stories from Taiwan and the world. Finally, we'll leave you with images of the Paris Science Museum's latest exhibition, Mission Space. I'm Yvonne Yang. Take care, and I'll see you next time.